Breaking news. The pro-EU Borissov seems to be hinting at backing the pro-Russian candidate in the mayoral race. The leader of Bulgaria's largest political party, Boyko Borisov, often portrays himself as the country's most pro-Western politician. However, he recently confused supporters by encouraging them to vote for pro-Russian Vanya Grigorova for the mayorship of Sofia before telling them to vote with their conscience. A coalition of socialists, nationalists, Russophiles, and Putinists have nominated Grigorova as their mayoral candidate in Sofia. She will face off against IT entrepreneur Vasil Terziev, the candidate put forth by the pro-European coalition We Continue the Change, Democratic Bulgaria, Safe Sofia, in a runoff election on November 5. Anton Hekimyan, Borisov's mayoral candidate, finished third and didn't advance to the runoff between Terziev, 31.8%, and Grigorova, 21.56%. Borisov and Bulgarian journalist Anton Hekimyan framed the second round as a battle for control of state security and state property in their reactions to the first round results. Terziev comes from a long line of Communist Party members in Bulgaria, and many of them served in high-ranking positions in the country's repressive state security agency. BSP for Bulgaria, which includes the Bulgarian Socialist Party and Neutral Bulgaria, has expressed its support for Grigorova's nomination. The latter group includes the Communist Party USA, the Communist Party of Canada, and the Communist Party of the Russian Federation for the revival of the fatherland. Despite being honored by Putin and sanctioned by the US under the Global Magnitsky Act, Malinov leads the Russophiles and is accused of spying for Russia. When it comes to national politics, Gerb is allied with We Continue the Change Democratic Bulgaria and backs the latter's nominee for Prime Minister. With an agreement in place to make Maria Gabriel the next Prime Minister after Nikolai Denkov steps down in March 2024, the former European Commissioner currently serves as Gerb's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister. At the local level, however, they seem to be playing for themselves. This month, the United States will host the first summit of the 21-country Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum since 2011. The summit will take place in San Francisco. Can you predict this year's high point? U.S. Vice President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping are expected to hold a bilateral summit on the sidelines, and the event has become a stage for strategic competition between the world's two largest economies, the United States and China. Even though Xi hasn't officially confirmed his attendance at APEC, if the two do end up meeting, it will be their second face-to-face encounter since Biden took office in January of 2021. They first met at the G20 summit in Bali a year ago. On the 15-17th of November, APEC leaders will convene. From November 11, senior APEC finance officials and ministers will meet ahead of the summit, while the annual APEC CEO summit will run from November 14 to 16. Just what is the APEC? Australian capital Canberra served as the birthplace of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, APEC, in 1989. There were 12 of them at the outset. Now there are more than 100 gatherings annually. APEC membership covers 38% of the global population, or nearly 3 billion people, about 62% of GDP, and almost half of global trade. Non-binding commitments, open dialogue, and equal respect for the views of all participants are central to how APEC describes how it runs its operations. Consensus is used to make decisions, and people only make promises if they voluntarily commit to them.